Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Jamin, and look, y'all. Today we are back today with another video. Now, look, before we do anything, appreciate everybody for the love and support. We are still on road to 5K subs. Yes, that is correct. Your boy's trying to get 5,000 subscribers. Okay, so make sure you hit the like and subscribe button for your boy Jamin. Now, look, y'all. You know the Vibes Glove Motion All 2025. Okay, guys, I'm afraid that we have some bad news once again when it comes to NBA 2K26. Okay. Now, there's been no really new information, but there has been a source that we all know has connections to 2K. So you had Uncle Demi drop a video basically stating that people beg for basically these things to be in the game. And I want to go ahead and say this, y'all. It sounds like to me the gameplay is cooked like I've been telling y'all. Now, I promise you, if you're new to this channel, I'm not one of those people where I'm hoping the game is bad. I want the game to be better. I want the community to be what it used to be. I want 2K to go back to what they used to be able to do, which is make a very fun, creative, and elite basketball product, right? But Uncle Demi in his video mentioned pro play and rhythm shooting. Guys, I want to say this right here. NBA 2K26 will be run once again by Zens and cheaters. And let me tell y'all why. And here's what I'm gonna get into really detail with this stuff because it really, once again, it pisses me off that the people, and that's why when I went in that Twitter space, I said the devs need to play the game. Because I want you to understand me when I say this, right? Dog, the more you make the game difficult to play, people are going to want to cheat. I want to make that very clear. I understand once again. And see, this is why a lot of things that somebody said, people were agreeing with it. Yes, you wanted to do something different. We get it. It didn't work, right? Mike Wang, aka Baluba, he likes the realistic stuff in his basketball game. But guess what? It didn't work. So you mean to tell me you think, yeah, let's continue to put rhythm shooting in the game, bring back pro play, and now we'll get rid of the cheaters. Bro, and I'm gonna say this shit by the way too, Mike Wing, aka Baluba. You do realize when somebody can shoot, right? And you are making them miss wide open shots that they previously just made. Let me ask you a question. What do you think that is? Because here's the thing, right? I'm pretty sure somebody said, a Zen don't cost that much, something like that, right? Which I don't, I'm pretty sure to use a Zen, which I don't even, Zens to me are just sad, right? But I know every year people are going to cheat because the way 2K makes their product, it just gets worse and worse and worse. So let me get this straight. I'm pretty sure a Zen is, like I said, it's not cheap. To get the scripts is where you got to spend money, right? It's not surprising to me. But when you are going to make folks miss their shots, people are not going to sit there and say, oh, well, maybe I need a new jumper. They're going to say, no, I'm about to start. If you can't beat them, you join them. And I'm going to tell you right now, in NBA 2K26, there's going to be a lot of cheaters, bro, because this game and this company has yet to realize what the community really is. A lot of y'all are new to this channel, right? I've been saying since season 1 and season 2 that the 2K devs do not know their community. They don't know the people that play this game. They don't know that people are still cheating, right? Now, y'all might say, well, nah, that's cap, Jay. They know people are still zenning. So let me ask you this question real quick, right? If you know people are cheating, why are you continuously to make the game difficult gameplay wise? Why is rhythm shooting coming back? Why is pro play coming back? If you still cannot get rid of the cheaters, why are you running it back? You know what I mean? Like, if it didn't work the first time, yeah, let's run it back. It didn't work. And y'all might be looking at like, bro's crash. I'm not crashing. Help me understand this, y'all. So we have a game that has been on a downhill since next gen has been announced, right? And 2K said, you know what? All of them other 2Ks to where you had one jump shot timing. There was not 3,000 shot timings on the top of the key to hash in the corners. You just had one timing. They said, nah, the cheaters are here. We got to get rid of them. What they do for NBA 2K23, they put multiple shot timings on the court. You still had cheaters. For NBA 2K24, they did that and even more, right? Inconsistent. 2K25, now you got RNG, which if you want to argue, yes, RNG has been, you could argue every 2K. People going to say that, right? People going to be like, nah, Jay, RNG been in NBA 2K. But it wasn't as bad as it's been on NBA 2K25. NBA 2K25, you literally have to sometimes guess Like, is that going in? Because the game will literally make you miss all the time, right? Now, this is somebody who played, random rec. I shot on all my builds at least 50% from the 3 point line, right? So I don't want to hear no, oh, y'all don't shoot the ball. Miss me with that, okay? I take smart shots. Y'all can see that in the background with my mod players, right? But I don't understand and this is why I told you I feel like it's going to be a bad game. We already understand about the cringe and stuff, microtransactions. 2K had an opportunity to say, let's shock the world and the community by not running it back what we just did. And how about we actually just make things simple and make it fun so they can enjoy it? But instead, they're still worried about cheaters. The cheaters are going to run NBA 2K26, bro. And I'm gonna tell you something too. It might get bad. It might get really bad to where if it's just like how it was on 25, you might even see more cheaters. Because what you have to understand is the more difficult the gameplay becomes and to play, people are not going to sit there and want to do all of that. It's a basketball game. You see what I'm saying? People are not going to sit there and have to do, a 9 to 5 on how to make wide open shots, right? On how to shoot consistent. Nobody wants to deal with that, right? So I don't want to, I want to be very clear right now, known what NBA 2K26 is doing, what 2K is doing. What they're doing is they're running it back. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you did not like NBA 2K25, right? If you did not like NBA 2K23, if you did not like NBA 2K24, right? 2K is running it back. Everything that we basically said, yo, we don't want to see that again. Well, I know for a fact, especially when it comes to gameplay wise, I didn't want to see that, right? They said, you know what? Hold the microtransactions. We're running it back. So all of y'all that have been spamming me saying, nah, Jay, this game gonna be something special this year. How do you now feel that NBA 2K26 is basically running it back? They're basically running it back. But you know what they're gonna sprinkle this time, y'all? Hey, we added 10,000 new animations. Or they're gonna tell you guys, hey, with the new what they say fast-paced pro play, right? You're gonna have certain animations to where it's gonna do this to your build, and we know damn well once you play that game, it ain't gonna do nothing but make you want to crash out, bro. So this is why I asked the question here, bro. How do you, now that I have gave you all this information, which you can go to Uncle Demi's video and watch it. The only thing I would say off of his video saying that one thing the community begged for was the city. That's the only thing I can agree on. I never begged for pro play. I don't even know what pro play was. Somebody told me pro play came from FIFA, which is a soccer product. Okay? Somebody told me pro play started with FIFA. Why the hell is 2K taking that from a soccer game? If that is true, there's the red flag right there, right? Do your own thing. Stop trying to be something that you're not. In my opinion, pro play is not for NBA 2K. It's not, in my opinion, right? The only thing that the community begged for was the city and affiliations. Other than that, I don't know. I didn't. Nobody begged for pro play. Nobody begged for every item in a swags or store shop to be 25, 15,000 VC per hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Nobody begged for that. So what I want people to now do, and I understand that, which some of y'all have probably already pre-ordered the game, unfortunately, right? Actually look at yourself and ask yourself this. If I play this game, if I want to, see what this game is, what about this game is different than the previous ones you've already played? And there's a reason, y'all, to why I said get rid of the shot timings. Because, like I said before, it's just like taking a test. If I know for a fact, see, I had to learn this the hard way when I was in school. I don't know about y'all, but I was one of those kids in school to where I tried to do things the right way. But then I realized it was like, nah, bro. Because one day I remember I took a test, I didn't pass it, right? Now, I'm not saying y'all supposed to do this, right? But this is what 2K makes you kind of want to do. They're like, nah, bro. I'm like, hey, did you pass? Yeah, bro, I cheated, bro. Right? You like, nah, you ain't supposed to do that, right? You're not supposed to be cheating. But when you find out, well, hey, at this point, you know what I'm saying? People are going to want to do it. So when 2K says they're running it back, what they just did with the previous 2Ks we've been playing, it's going to make people want to cheat. Literally, it is going to make people want to cheat. They're like, oh, it's that simple? All I got to do is this? You know what I'm saying? Like that is what 2K is doing. Instead of, well, let me see if anything there's anything about this that's more simple. But 2K, no. They make things more difficult because they're worried about people that are cheating. Instead of making things simple and making things fun again, there's over here, well, this time we have a new shooting system to where you can green with the analog stick. And if you don't want to, we have a new way of doing. Like, bro, first of all, I don't know about y'all, but rhythm shooting on the PlayStation 5 gives my controller stick drift. And one thing about these PlayStation 5 controllers, they're not cheap. Well, Jay, you're not a content creator. I'm still human, gang. Just because I'm a content creator don't mean I'm still human. These controllers are like $55 per controller, bro. So you mean to tell me instead of just shooting regular, you're trying to promote some type of stick shooting to where, oh, you're supposed to get a boost. But guess what? People are still going to be cheating. They're still going to cheat. So your whole purpose of, yeah, we're bringing rhythm shooting back. What is it going to do? People are still going to cheat. I told y'all this, and I remember those comments when they showed the stage in NBA 2K25 and it was like, yeah, there's no meter, no more Zenners. I was like, are y'all serious, bro? We're in 2025. We're almost in 2030. You think nobody was gonna find a way to cheat with no meter? Come on now, come on now. Like y'all gotta be honest with yourself. We're in 2025, and you really thought because 2K said, oh, in the stage, there's no shot meter. They were still gonna find a way to cheat. And when you play the game, it's like, bro, I see why they cheating. Because look at how bad the gameplay is. Look at how awful it is. You see what I'm saying? It's boring, it's stale, it's not fun. It's like, bro, to play, you gotta study the game instead of wanting to have fun on the game. And guess what you're gonna have to do in NBA 2K26? Study the game. And even what's gonna be bad is when you study the game on NBA 2K26 and you go out there to play, you're gonna be saying, bro, what was the point of me doing this? And I'm still dealing with this. You want to know how I know that? Because guess what? When I first experienced the pro play stuff, or even somebody told me when I was streaming one day, like, nah, Jay, go to your my court, get some practice, and then go out to the online. I was like, hey, you right. I forgot that they added my court back in when it should have never been taken out in the first place, right? I go to my court, right? Get a couple of shots, and I'm thinking, okay, we straight. Whole entire time, you go online, you're delayed. The servers are lagging. It's like, bro, what is we are in 2025 and we still dealing with horrible servers on 2K. This is why I said 2K is going to have to make some major changes if they want to ever get back to what they were known for, right? Because the way this game has turned into has been just an absolute, what is the word I'm looking for? I don't even want to say mockery because it's like when you play this game, it's like some of the things that you experience, you're like, I'm not even surprised it happened. That's how bad, like the gameplay is so awful, especially on 25. You might just sit there and laugh like, man, they got me missing now. Like, now I can't get a stop. Like, you're just, you're waiting for these things to happen because that's how bad the game is, gameplay wise. So in NBA 2K26, I want to let y'all be known very clear. If this stuff rehearsed because they so-called revamp pro play, which I'm not buying it, by the way. I'm not buying that reverse pro play stuff. You revamped or reworked pro play instead of you actually realizing, guess what? Cheaters are not going anywhere. Whether you put pro play, rhythm shooting, right? They're still going to cheat. You still got the multiple shot timings per court. They're still going to cheat. The gameplay is gonna stay the same, bro. So, and that's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. When they do show gameplay, they're gonna try to show you a Stephen Curry moving quick. But until you play the game, until you see real gameplay, because we know, like in the little gameplay trailer, they're gonna try to make things look quick, right? Until you see actual gameplay footage, you'll know. Which I don't. I'm telling y'all right now, if I'm being real with y'all, all for the things that these sources and things that we know people, have connections with 2K. I don't see nothing no different from NBA 2K26. I don't. Okay. You mean to tell me everything that we did not like, that y'all did not like, you probably got about 2% people that actually like pro play. I don't, and once again, every time when I ask people, okay, why do you like pro play? They can never tell me why. They'll just say, oh, nah, bro, pro play's good. Why is it good? You can't tell me why it's good. right? Like, and a lot of people that say pro play is good, they play my career all day. Meaning, like, that's not a real reason to why you like pro play. If you just sit in my career or you just play now all day, that is not a real reason to why you like pro play. That's just you don't experience nothing else. So that's not a real reason to why you like pro play, right? Because you know how I can name you multiple reasons why I don't like pro play? Because I play other modes other than just a rec, proving grounds, park, all my team, all types of stuff. Well, Jay, why don't you like pro play? It's slow, it's clunky, it feels like your player has no control, right? It's unresponsive. See how I can give you multiple reasons? Because y'all can do it in the comment section. Well, bro, how about you explain why you don't like it? I just did. Now let's have a real conversation, okay? Just like I don't like the multiple shot timings. And I've been saying that since 2K23. They got to take that out. But they're not going to because they're worried about the cheaters, bro. And that's why I feel the cheaters will run NBA 2K26. When you continue to make things, like I said, more frustration, more difficult gameplay wise, it ruins the fun, right? You know that. You said, well, even though we know it ruins the fun, people don't like this stuff, we're going to run it back. What are we doing? Like, are we serious? And it's like, it's sad because if Uncle Demi in his video just said, it takes the fun away, why are you basically running all of the things that involve rhythm shooting and pro play? Bro, I don't see why you're running it back. I don't see why. You can say you revamped it all the time, but everybody knows, and that's why I said the only way 2K would really show like, okay, we actually want people to see that we made some changes, drop a demo. Y'all will know if 2K don't drop a demo this year, it's 2.0. It's NBA 2K25 6.0, 2.0, 8.0. How many times we can say it's 6.0, right? Because if you really cared, if they really cared that, yo, look, they made some major changes, we're gonna drop a demo. You're gonna let y'all play the game early for let y'all see how y'all feel about the game. Notice how 2K hasn't done that. They have not dropped a demo since 2K21, and I didn't play 2K21 if you're new to this channel, right? But it's the fact that that's how you really will know if they made some changes, which I doubt it, right? What Jay made the game is, you could get the game early, yeah, but you got to buy it, right? It's not like you get to play test the game for free, then make a decision. You have to buy the game. You have to pre-order the game to test the game out earlier, right? So that's an option, but you don't get to just, demo test for free. And I feel like it's like that because people would already have their mind made up. Yeah, I don't want to play this. I'm good with this. I already experienced this, a couple of months ago. I'm good. And 2K feels like they would lose customers. Well, guess what? If that's the case, then why are you running it back? Let's have that real conversation. If that is the case to where, well, we feel if we want to drop a demo, we're going to lose customers. Why are you running it back? With the same mechanics, with the same things, if that's how you would feel if you were to drop a demo. See what I'm saying? But some of y'all, nah, bro, I didn't pre-order it. I'm going to be on that 2K26. And let me tell you something. If you do, keep the same energy. Don't switch up all of a sudden to where, man, I hate this game, Jay. I should never pre-ordered it. Nah, bro, because when I told you, I said, bro, at least wait until you see some gameplay. Some of y'all, nah, I need the game. I done pre-ordered it. Hey, that's on you. Like I said before, that's your money. You can do what you want to do with it. But do not spam my social medias saying, bro, I can't deal with this. Because y'all must have forgotten the randoms are like, have people not realized the same randoms y'all keep hitting me up about are going to be on 2K26? So once again, remember the things where you got on 2K25, you got a headache over already the gameplay. Then you got to deal with the randoms that have no basketball IQ. So you put two and two together, that's once again, something that you've already dealt with, right? So you're once again, not only are you running it back with the same gameplay, you're running it back with the same experience. Seasons have returned. You're running it back. The battle pass is back. You're running it back. What about this stuff that I'm explaining to you guys in the 2A community is anything different? Everything that I just explained to y'all, right? You've already experienced it on NBA 2K25. You've already experienced it on NBA 2K22, 2K22, right? Because 2K22, you had seasons, if I'm correct. 2K23, you definitely had seasons. 2K24, right? You definitely had seasons. I don't like seasons, yo. I don't. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that a reward is something that you try to promote, and the entire time you're just going to give the award away, and it's like you wasted your time. I'd rather Road to 99 back. I've said that multiple times. I would definitely prefer Road to 99. Y'all can say all you want. Nobody wants to try to sit there and, bro, nobody wants to play to get to 99, but it kept you in the game. It wasn't something they just gave away for free. But now that this game is like pay to win, right? They just, oh, you can just buy your way to 99. And that's going to cost you almost $200. So that is why I say the things I say about this game. It's not that I just want the game to be awful. It's look at the information that you're being told about the game and explain to me about this game. What is different about this game? That's all I'm saying. That is why when I join the Twitter space, I come with information and factual things. I want to have a conversation about these things, right? I'm not going to sit there and say, yeah, man, I don't like this game. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I'm not interested in the game. I'm going to tell you why I'm concerned about the game, right? But see, all of y'all that want to defend 2K so much, when it's time to have a conversation, y'all go quiet. You don't talk. You like, oh nah, bro, you're just a hater. You're just this is that. Well, explain to me why. And that's why I be saying, bro, if you can't explain to me, what are you here for? What's the point? What is the point of putting your comments saying, man, y'all just hate on the game, blah, 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 this is and that. Explain to me why you like this game. Explain to me why you would have hope in this game. Explain to me what is different with this game. Well, you got it messed up. They got fast-paced pro play this year. Oh, remember that stuff where they showed you in the trailer last year about we saw the little size up BS to where it was a so-called, new mechanic they tried to promote. What about that? Remember the so-called 5,000, 3,000 new animations they're supposed to tell you about? What happened with those animations? Because the last time I checked, people are still using the same animations, right? So once again, that's why I'm saying, explain to me why, right? See, I'm telling y'all, I played the game to where I can say these things, not on a so-called competitive comp level, but on a just basic, I want to play the game type of level, which most of y'all just watch this video, y'all want to do, just play the game and have fun. That's me, right? I just want to get on the game and have fun and hoop. That's all I want to do. I know this game is not it. I know the game is boring. I know the game has issues gameplay wise. In order for 2K to fix those things, they're going to have to realize themselves what's really going on. People are going to continue to cheat, right? The more you make things more difficult, right? And I want to say this, nobody asks for pro play. That came randomly because 2K felt the initiative of we got to do something different. Doing something different is not copying something that FIFA did, right? That is not being different. That's, well, FIFA did this. How about we do what they did? No. Like doing something different is making something, doing something that y'all came up with. Y'all didn't come up with pro play. That came from FIFA. The multiple shot timings, nobody asked for that. Like I said before, for the ones in the comment section that are going to say, well, bro, people were saying get rid of the cheaters. You're right. People were saying, get rid of the people that were cheating. You're absolutely right. Just like with the t-shirt stuff. Like, yeah, man, find those people that were doing it and just ban them. But you have to understand, and this is what I learned about the 2K community. It doesn't matter. It's just like how COD is. It don't matter if you ban them, they're still going to do it. It's just like the real world. You can say you're not allowed to do that. People are still going to do what they're going to do. You can't let what they do affect everybody else. And that's what 2K did. They let all of the weird people in the 2K community doing all this weird stuff, they let them win. Why? Because you put the game to a certain way to where it punishes everybody. And it's not fair, right? It's just like with the COD stuff. People are gonna put all types of racist things and custom images. They're gonna do that. But you don't, hey, just because he did that, we're not allowed to do it no more, right? That's not fair. That's really not fair, right? People be miserable, all types of stuff. You don't let those people win by punishing everybody else. And that's what 2K has done. And that's why their gameplay has been cooked ever since Next Gen has been out. Because they're worried about what this person is doing instead of just making a good product. Instead of just making a simple basketball game, they're trying to make things so difficult. And that is why I have my opinion on why I have my opinion with this game. That's why I feel like the Zenders are going to run it again. Because you're making the game to where they're gonna want to cheat because it's too much to figure out. Listen, you can say all of these things about, well, a height requirement, which I'm pretty sure there's still going to be height requirements because you have to understand some 2A community. If they don't do height requirements and there's one meta, the 2K, they're not going to like that. They want you guys to spin, right? So if they want y'all to spin, they don't want to see no meta because then y'all going to make just one build. That's why I said little patch thing, all of that stuff is going to come into play. It just happened, right? When you just had a jump shot, it wasn't working, or when your build was able to play, not all of a sudden the next season he can't do certain things, it's because of the patch. Things happen with the game, right? So you have to understand what you're really dealing with. I already understand what 2K is doing. They're running it back. That's what they're doing. They're doing exactly what you just dealt with on the previous 2Ks. They're running it back. But it's sad that some people won't realize and pay attention. They're just, man, it says 2K26 is going to be the greatest game ever. And then give it a month or two. In my messages, J-Man, can you talk about the randoms, bro? This guy can't space the floor. This guy, man, dropped 50 on him, all types of stuff. I've been talking about this stuff. I've been talking about randoms since 2K22. If you want to be real, I've been doing that. And I'm tired of doing it because what you have to understand is it's not going to change. It's not. So some of y'all are already running it back if you think about it, because you're dealing with the bad randoms. You're dealing with the horrible teammates. You're dealing with the horrible experience altogether. I'm out of here. Y'all be good. Stay hydrated. Be safe. Let's get to this bag for real. I'm gone, man. We out.